So, I guess a lot of people are probably wondering, what is Deep Throat TV? So, obviously, if you've never seen H3 Productions or H3 Podcast, then you're probably not gonna understand exactly where it came from. But so it's kind of hard to explain. But there was this guy um, who sued Ethan Klein of the H3 Podcast, and he kept saying that Ethan was trying to change his Wikipedia page to make him look worse than he is, which, I mean, he's a piece of shit. He has like 3 DUIs. Like, he's not a good guy. He's like one of those rich Hollywood execs. I think he's a producer of something. Um, and so basically, he kept saying, "Oh, this guy Ethan, he keeps trying to change my Wikipedia page. Blah 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 blah." And lo and behold, the guy's name is Throst. And I just always thought that was so funny, the name Throst. So I added a deep to it, and then that's just been the name of this channel that has been sitting idly by since I don't even know when. But yeah, I was thinking about changing the name to something, a little more normal. But I don't know what to call it. And I like Deep Throat TV, and I like that it's called Deep Throat Talks now. I think that's really funny. And yeah, I'm okay with it. That's fine by me. So today, right? I'm thinking about tattoos. I have a lot of tattoos, and if you don't have tattoos, then maybe you don't exactly understand the sentiment behind it. But I didn't either. My first tattoo. I was a little 19-year-old, little edgy. I was single for a while because I was X's be X's in high school, and then I don't know. I just decided. I actually had these friends that I was working with. And I used to work in a kitchen on the line. I was a line cook. And these other two line cooks that I worked with, we were kind of buddy-buddy. They decided that they found this shop, and that shop was doing gumball machine tattoos. So basically, you put a quarter in a gumball machine, and the gumball machine, instead of having gumballs, obviously, it has little plastic balls that are filled with tattoo designs. They're obviously not like anything crazy. Like you're not gonna get a full sleeve out of there, but they're probably the size of they're probably like 2 or 3 inches by 2 or 3 inches each of them. And so they were telling me about this, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cool!" Like I never even really thought about getting tattoos, so I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, I'll go get a tattoo with you guys." And then literally the next day, I was going to get a tattoo with them. And yeah, my first tattoo it's a skull, and it has a little flower next to it, and that's it. That was my first tattoo, and ever since then, it's like an addiction. Like literally, maybe a week or two later, I started talking to this main tattoo guy. Like he does like crazy huge tattoos. He's the guy who ended up doing my sleeve a few years later. But literally a week after I got this tiny little 2x2 tattoo, I was messaging him about getting a $1,000 tattoo, a full portrait of my dog at the time, my Toby, and yeah, that was the first big tattoo I got. I probably got that maybe a month later. And literally, I've been addicted ever since. Obviously, it's slowed down a lot since the baby, but even since we found out that she was pregnant, because we wanted to save some money, get ahead, try and become prepared to be parents, as prepared as we could be at least. But yeah, if you don't have tattoos, and even if you've never thought about getting a tattoo, if you're just if I'm the first person that is saying to you, you should go get a tattoo, you should go get a tattoo. All right? Because I was, I still am insecure, but especially high school, middle school, I was very, very, very insecure. It was not healthy, and yeah, ever since I started getting tattoos, at least I don't have that many on my legs or my back or anything, but I love my arms now. I think my arms look so dope with all these tattoos on them. And I have one on my chest, and I think it's not exactly the message that I would like to portray of myself. It's a Black Panther ripping a heart out of someone's chest, like with its teeth. It has the heart in its mouth. It's like a lifelike heart. It's not exactly what I am or what I stand for, but it was a discounted tattoo, and it was the guy who did my dog portrait in my sleeve, and I thought I liked it at the time. And lo and behold, I have a panther ripping a heart out of my chest. And you know what? I still think it looks cool. I think it makes me. I'm not obviously. I'm a pretty big guy. I talked about it the last time that I've been trying to lose some weight, but I think that the tattoo helps. I even have one on my belly. It just says the year I was born, and yeah, I like those tattoos. I think that they help me a lot mentally. I think they help me not want to cry every time I look at myself shirtless in the mirror. Especially because I used to literally do that in high school. I would take my shirt off and cry sometimes because I did not like what I was looking at, or I thought that I was unlovable because I had been single for a little while, or just stupid insecure high school shit. But I think that tattoos did a lot for my mental health, and I know that that's obviously not the best way to go about therapy or helping your mental health or anything, but I couldn't recommend more to at least try it. If you are insecure, or even if you just like art, you should get a tattoo. You should try it. If you get it somewhere hidden, nobody will ever even know it's there, as long as it's not like anything crazy. Like, I had a buddy once who, his first tattoo, it was he got like a tree of life, and it spread literally from his shoulder all the way across the top of his back. And obviously, I think the story he told me was one day, he obviously wasn't trying to tell his parents about it, but he went in the pool one day and he had a white t-shirt on. Like, not like a swimming shirt, not like a waterproof shirt or anything, just a white t-shirt. And he got out, and it was obviously soaked, and you could see the tattoo straight through it. And then I think his dad threw him out. I'm pretty sure. But, if you have parents like that, maybe hold off until you live under your own roof. Or at least try and hide it better, or get a smaller tattoo to start. But I could not recommend more to get a tattoo to somebody who does not have one. I love my tattoos. Obviously, you have to be in the right financial place for it too. But as long as you are, try it. Just try it. Alright? Also, before you go out and literally just go get anything that you find in a book or on Instagram or whatever, take the time and think about it, because if I'm honest with you, I probably wouldn't have gotten the gumball machine tattoo first. I don't hate the design of it. it's really simple actually. It's literally just a skull with a flower next to it. But I still probably wouldn't have gotten it if I got to choose what the tattoo was. But if you just go willy-nilly into it, even if it's something that you think that you really like, make sure that it's something that you know you're going to like forever. Like I have a lot of tattoos. I have a lot of little tattoos. One of my sleeves is it's a full sleeve. It's a floral Japanese style tattoo sleeve. The other sleeve on my arm is like a sticker sleeve. So I basically have that one big tattoo of my dog, the portrait of my dog. And then other than that, I have all little tattoos. And a lot of them are, I like how they look, but there's no like meaning behind them, that's okay. I don't think that necessarily every tattoo has to have meaning behind it, but I think that you should make sure that you will like it still. Like, I don't know. I guess I don't really have any that I don't still like. But I don't know. I think it would probably be nice if I had more that had meaning. The only ones that have meaning are that portrait one. I have once my dog Toby passed away, I got his paw print opposite the portrait of him. So it's basically like on my inner bicep, I would say. And then I have another one that is when I was a kid. I mean, my dad still goes up to New Hampshire to ride ATVs all the time. But when I was a kid, we used to go together, and we built this stack of rocks on top of a mountain up there. And so I dug through his Facebook one day, and I found a picture of that stack of rocks, and I got that exact stack of rocks on my inner wrist. Like, it's probably 6 inches long, so like half of my forearm, I would say. And yeah, I do really like that tattoo. That one's, I don't see many people with tattoos like that. I think it's very unique and cool. But I'm just saying, you should think about before you come back and blame me that you got a shitty tattoo or you don't like what you got for a tattoo. Then you should think about what you get first. But you should still get a tattoo. Obviously, I'll always endorse a good tattoo. And another thing that I wanted to talk about today was my fiance, or my wife to be, or whatever you want to call her, my baby mama. I know that I talked about my baby a lot the last time because she's still pretty new in my life, and honestly, I love her more than I thought I could love anything before. But the reason that she's here and the reason that she is doing so well is because of my fiance. I literally could not do it without her. She is my rock, my partner in crime. I don't know what I would do if she wasn't there. She is, honestly, she's probably the best thing that ever happened to me because she gave me my daughter. Like, without her, I wouldn't have my baby girl. And yeah, she's my best friend. She always knows how to make me smile, how to make me laugh. She's always so supportive. I told her that I wanted to start this podcast, and I thought she was gonna be like, what are you talking about? That's so stupid. No, she loves that idea. She loves it. She's in full support. And you know what? That's how it should be. You should be marrying your best friend. You should be marrying someone who's supportive and wants the best for you and wants what you want. It's not just, you know, purely physical or purely transactional. If you don't have somebody who's going to be your backbone or support you when you want something or want to do something new, there's no point. You need that in a relationship. It's like so many people have said before, and so many people will say in the future, a relationship is a two-way street, and it's not fair for somebody to be driving down that street a lot faster than the other person driving down that street. You know what I mean? I don't know. I literally couldn't do it without her, and I am so grateful for her every single day. And yeah, I'm a lucky guy. I can't wait to marry her. We're getting married in I think 3 weeks. No, it's less than that. I think it's 2 weeks now. We're getting married in 2 weeks, very soon, and I'm a little nervous, but I don't know. I don't, obviously I'm not nervous about me and her. I'm more nervous about the concept of marriage, but I think that's probably normal for people to worry about that part. I don't know. My parents have been married for 25 or 26 years or something, but her parents are divorced, and yeah, I don't know. The statistics are really what scares me. It's like they say like 40 something or 50 something % of marriages end in divorce within the first year, and then obviously after that it lowers, but it's still crazy to me. Like, it makes me nervous. I love her to death, but I don't know. I don't really know if marriage is the end all be all for a relationship. Like, I think that if we never got married, I would still love her the same. And, I'd still want to spend the rest of my life with her and have more kids with her and grow old with her. And I don't know. I don't think marriage is the end all be all. But you know what? It makes her happy, and it's not that I'm opposed to marriage. It just makes me nervous. But I love her, and I know it's going to go well, and I'm still excited for it. Plus, now the guys at work can stop calling my kid a bastard. That's messed up. You know what I mean? Honestly, it made more sense when people said that shit back in the day. But I guarantee you more kids are born out of wedlock than there are kids that are born with married parents nowadays. And I know that's probably not ideal for most people or what older people believe, but it's just the way of the world now. And you know what? As long as you are taking care of your kid and you love that kid, I don't think that it matters that we're married or not. I don't think that mommy and daddy have to be legally bound together for us to love each other and to love our kids, unconditionally and be as good of parents as we can. I don't think it matters. Obviously, I was raised religious, so I'll probably be smitten for that, smited, smote. I don't know what you call it. God will smite me for that comment probably, but I don't know. I don't think that marriage is necessarily the answer for everybody. I don't think that everybody needs it, and I think that the fact that weddings now are on average, at least where I live, are on average like $60,000. I think that most people probably should not get married. We're eloping, and it is less than $1,000. I'm not going to put a number on it, but it's less than $1,000 for us to elope. And yeah, I think that's how it should be. Anyways, thanks again for listening. I know that this was kind of a bunch of random bullshit, but it's gonna be like that. You know, that's me. Hi, I'm a bunch of random bullshit, and I love you, and I appreciate you, and you are beautiful. And thank you for listening to the Deep Throat Talks, episode 2.